Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today as I went to GalaxyCon Oklahoma City 2025. Now let's chat about it. So I had not intended on attending GalaxyCon Oklahoma City this year. I was hoping to go to Texas Frightmare Weekend down in Dallas for the third straight year, but plans fell through. They just so happened to be on the same weekend. That
Oh
kind of had a big
God!
part in it. I
No, God,
also am
please,
going to
no!
Austin, Texas, coming up this next week with my son, and we're driving. So I didn't want to do too many trips to Dallas, and I was planning on trying to go to Fan Expo Dallas, which is happening right this second. I was not able to make it to that either. But a friend, Donovan, Happy Toys and Collectibles, he is from the GBG Greenbook gang. Brendan over on the Horror Greenbook. He and I actually live really close to each other. He had a last minute trip he had to take out to visit his wife for her work, and he said he would buy my ticket to GalaxyCon if I could go get him a couple of autographs. So I ended up going, took my son with me, and let me just tell you a little bit more about what I got and show off some of the cool autographs. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend any of the panels on Saturday. There were some really good ones, but you're in luck. Go check out, follow, subscribe to Collector's Conquest. He was there. I ran into he and his family, and another convention I've ran into him at since we both live in Oklahoma. But it was really cool to see him. I haven't seen him in quite some time in person, but he went to a bunch of the panels, including the Saved by the Bell panel and the Little Mermaid panel, which seemed really cool. The Little Mermaid panel, he does not have footage because they didn't allow filming, but Jodie Benson, the voice of Ariel, she apparently sang Part of Your World to the crowd at the end of that panel. I would have loved to have been in the audience because that movie was one of my mom's favorite Disney movies, and she was a singer as well. So that would have been a very special moment. But go watch Collector's Conquest video for GalaxyCon Saturday, the day that I went. Because it's just really awesome, and he's really awesome, and he supports a lot of channels. Quite a lot of celebrities. I mean, big names, a lot of voice actors, a lot of reunions. They had like the Saved by the Bell cast there for the most part, except for Tiffany Amber Thiessen. They just had all kinds of awesome people. They did last year as well. But this year, there were really just a couple that if I could make it work, I was gonna go meet, just because they're a little bit more rare. They don't do a lot of conventions. And the first person that I want to talk about, I had an amazing interaction with James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek, also from Varsity Blues, one of my all-time favorite sports movies, especially football movies. It's just a funny movie, great cast. But I grew up on that movie in high school and stuff, so really awesome. So James Vanderbeek was there, and as you may or may not know, he is currently battling cancer, and just very scary, very sad. As you guys have heard me talk a lot about on my channel, I lost my mother in 2018 to cancer. I've lost two aunts and an uncle to cancer. I've had a few other relatives have cancer at one point, but they survived it. And it's just becoming more common that people are just getting cancer, and it's terrible. I just wish we could find cures for all this, but it's just something that just happened. So James and Vanderbeek and I had a very nice chat. Told him I follow him on Instagram, and I'm following his journey battling this demon. And we had a really awesome moment. He has 6 kids, believe it or not. So my son was in the wagon, so he was commenting on how he takes his kids to events and wagons and stuff like that. So we talked about being dads, and then towards the end of our conversation, I just wanted to reiterate to him how much I'm pulling for him and cheering him on, and I hope he can get past this. And we had a really awesome moment, and when I walked away, I got a little choked up just because it was just a very special moment. So I got a Funko Pop from Varsity Blues signed by James Vanderbeek. I didn't get it authenticated because I don't intend on selling it anytime soon. If I do decide to do it, it's like $10-15 to authenticate it, but this is definitely one I wanted to add to my collection. So super awesome. Love James Van Der Beek. Next up, I actually didn't get an autograph from this person, but I got a selfie, and he was in character all weekend long. I'm sure you guys saw my Instagram story for those of you who follow me on Instagram, but I met Thomas Lennon from Reno 911. Hilarious man. He was just in Reno 911 character, Lieutenant Dangle, all weekend. And then Crazy Small World, I was going up to his table. I saw on Instagram a company that I've been following for almost 2 years now, I think, Waldo Inc. I won a giveaway. If you guys saw that video on my channel last year, I won a giveaway from him. But he goes to a lot of conventions and travels a lot and runs people's tables and is like their cash handler and selfie taker and all that. So he's awesome, super nice guy. But he was there at Thomas Lennon's table, so I got to finally meet him, and it was awesome. I'm so glad I met him. And then obviously Thomas Lennon's, classic Reno 911 is so funny. He was really cool. We talked about how my son's name is Lennon, his first name, and he told me a bunch of stories about his family, how he has 2 nephews that their first name is Lennon, kind of keeping the name in the family. And we just had a cool moment, but we took this awesome selfie, and I didn't know what he was going to do. It was just super funny. He kind of crouched down in front of me, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. So that's the picture we got, but super funny, a great memory that I will cherish forever. And the last autograph that I got, I actually was contemplating. I didn't know if I wanted to do this or not, but she's very rare. She doesn't do a lot of signings or anything. And it was Helen Hunt from most famously Twister with Bill Paxton. But she has an incredible resume. She's an Academy Award winner, as good as it gets. She won an Academy Award as well as Jack Nicholson. Greg Kinnear's in that movie. It's a fantastic movie if you've never seen it. James L. Brooks directed it, the guy behind The Simpsons and a lot of other comedies and stuff, especially in like the 90s to early 2000s. But yeah, amazing filmography, Helen Hunt. She's a legend. She's actually a 2-time Academy Award nominee, and she's fantastic. So I just wanted to meet her. My hope was that, because it was so last minute, I couldn't find an item to get signed. Twister, believe it or not, fun fact, is the first DVD that ever was released when DVDs first came out in the United States. So there was like 25 movies in total that were released to start, but the very first one that hit the market was Twister. So you guys all have seen some of my videos. I love physical media. I've done, videos on Best Buy getting rid of physical media. I love and worship physical media. So I had intended on trying to snag a original DVD Snapcase cover DVD that said THX on the bottom. That's like the first release that ever came out. I tried to find a copy of that on eBay or wherever. I went to some stores here. Found a Snapcase, but it wasn't the right one, and it was in bad condition. So I went with something at her table because I still wanted to meet her. And then my intention is to get the item I got signed framed with a custom frame to put the DVD when I do get it, put it together to make it look cool. So it's like the first DVD that was released, and I have an autograph from someone in that first movie that was released on DVD. So this is the item that I got from Helen Hunt. We have a, I believe, 11 by 17 poster she was selling at her table. This looks closest to the DVD artwork, so that's why I chose it. It was just $15 extra to get the poster, and I'll just get it framed. Sorry for the crinkles. It got smashed real quick with my son in the wagon. I thought I had protection around it, and I didn't. So she doesn't do a lot of conventions, but she signed it in just regular Sharpie. I was kind of hoping for paint pen just because it pops more, but still cool nonetheless. She was very sweet, very nice. I would highly recommend at least interacting with her if she's at another convention and you want to meet her. But it was just cool because, she's such an icon. So I was excited to meet her. So on to what I got for Donovan. The first person that I waited in line for my buddy Donovan, he really wanted a autograph on a machete, an actual machete from Machete himself, Danny Trejo, who's been a very popular convention goer as of recent. Um, he's done a few signings at the Funko Hollywood headquarters and stuff like that, but a huge line all weekend. Apparently, from what I heard, Saturday he was very, very busy. Um, just a long line of fans waiting to meet him. He also was very popular with other celebrities that know him. We were waiting in line and we were next up to his table, my son and I. And I heard a voice behind the crowd of people that I was in. And they said, "Hey, Danny, what up?" I turn around to my left and it's Mario Lopez from Saved by the Bell. So very crazy. He dapped up Danny Trejo, gave him a hug, but it happened literally like right in front of me, probably 10 feet away. So that was really cool. Then Makeup's guru and producer of the Walking Dead series, as well as many other horror related things, Greg Nicotero was there, and I was sad I didn't get to go to his table and get an autograph or meet him and tell him what his work means to so many of us. But he came up to say hello to Danny as well, so that was really cool. And then Donovan had a really cool machete. This thing was awesome. Danny was commenting on it. He had never seen one like that. The JSA authentication people, when I got it authenticated, had never seen one that crazy looking. And everyone just complimented how cool it was. So that was the first item I got. So the second item that I got signed for Donovan is really awesome. It was already cool before I took it to the convention with me, but Donovan has a Harry Potter replica wand in a case. It's a clear top case when you open it, but it's Beckett authenticated already, and it's signed by Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter himself. So cool. But Jason Isaacs was at GalaxyCon Oklahoma City, and he's a little bit more of a rare signer. He's starting to do conventions more often. Very nice British lad. He was really cool. Um, Incredible resume. I mean, he's been around for a long time, just giving out great performances. He's very popular with the anime crowd and the animation for voice acting on Avatar: The Last Airbender. So he had a lot of Avatar fans there. There was Harry Potter fans because he's Lucius Malfoy. Um, I mean, you name it. He's been in a lot of stuff. So, very nice guy. He was very smooth, very chill. He had a long line. I went directly over to his table, which was two tables down from Danny's. Right after I met Danny, so I got this replica wand that's already signed by Daniel Radcliffe, signed by Lucius Malfoy himself, Jason Isaacs, and this autograph turned out beautiful. Like, look how nice that looks. Went up with the intentions to sign it in silver because that's what Donovan had asked for. But before I could even say anything, Jason signed so much of this stuff. He was the one who said, "Should I sign it in green for Slytherin?" And I said, "Yeah. I mean, you kind of signed more of these things than I've ever seen." So he did a fantastic job. Got it JSA authenticated as well for Donovan. And what a beautiful little cast piece he's starting for that. Hopefully, he can get more people added. But Jason Isaacs has an amazing signature. The paint pen that he used was perfect. It really pops on the item, and that's something he'll cherish forever now. So glad I could grab it for him. And Donovan is such a good dude. We've just really been talking more often now that we know that we live so close to each other. But he's just an awesome guy. So he paid for my ticket to go get these for him, which was, I mean, I said an easy yes to that. But he felt like he needed to give me a few gifts as well, just to say thank you for going and waiting in the long lines for him. So he actually is very creative. He makes some things at his house, but he gave me a couple of magnets that he has made himself. Look at this little high C with Slimer, little high C cooler. You guys remember these? I mean, it looks like a replica of the Ecto Cooler, is what it was called. but it's got little magnets on the back and it's real lightweight. But yeah, this thing is awesome. And then he also gave me another magnet, and it is a Good Guys Chucky doll, and it looks like the doll when it's in its box. Very cool, and the magnets are just right behind this because it's very fragile box on it. But yeah, these are so cool. They just, you can hang them on your fridge or whatever. So this is really cool. But also the best item that he gave me, he didn't make this, but he had an extra one, and I've actually been looking for one of these for a while. um, Doug Bradley, Pinhead from Hellraiser, is actually coming to OKC HorrorCon this summer in July, just a couple months away. I haven't decided what I'm getting him to sign yet. I'm hoping to get something that's already signed by Clive Barker to get signed by Doug Bradley as well. But I've always wanted a puzzle box from Hellraiser, and it came with a little stand, but it's super nice. I can't figure out how to open it yet. I'll have to ask Donovan, but it opens up and you can like take it apart. But yeah, super cool. Hellraiser is so awesome. I can't wait to meet Doug Bradley for the second time this summer, but I might get him to sign this. We'll see. Thanks as always for watching my channel. Appreciate each and every one of you. From the bottom of my heart, I sincerely mean that. Let me know in the comments if you have already attended some conventions before the summer starts, or if you have any coming up later this year. I'm always intrigued to hear what conventions you're going to. There are so many now, and this year has kind of turned out to look like it's going to be the biggest year for conventions ever. So I am super excited for everyone who gets to attend, or if you've already attended your big convention for the year. I just want to know in the comments, so let me know. Make sure you follow, subscribe to all the channels I mentioned earlier in the video. They're amazing people. They have great channels and they deserve a lot of love. So make sure you go follow, subscribe to all those. And as always, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we will catch you guys later.